Alana's getting to have all the fun today.
I know, Alana, we saw you do the fish kiss before. What's up next?
I make the fish face, right? Just a little fishy. Actually, we're going to stock the pond here at Wasatch Mountain State Park. Big thanks to DWR and Ryan for making this happen. 600 rainbow trout, they're 10-inch, are going to be going into the pond. We've got some folks watching. Wave, everybody. Say hi. Woo! We've got an audience today, which is like the greatest. We've got plenty of people on the pier as well. They're getting ready to fish because these fish are going in there. So as we get through the forecast, I'm going to start. This is the coolest process. And you're going to watch. There they go. Oh, my fish. I know. Everybody's laughing. It gets fishy here at Wasatch Mountain State Park. I love it. How exciting. You're watching the pond get stocked as the temperatures are sitting in the low 50s. Oh, my goodness. I can't help but get excited. That is so cool. And this happens in our local waterways throughout the state. We often see trucks like this going to faraway reservoirs, places like Schofield Reservoir, southern Utah, and then here for the Wasatch Back. Really cool to see those fish come on through. And the temperatures right now at Wasatch Mountain are a little breezy. We still have a few more. I know you're thinking, oh, it's over. No, 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 we're sweeping. Thanks, Ryan. A few more fish coming through here. Temperatures are running slightly below average for this time of year because we have that area of low pressure that is exiting the state. Some wraparound moisture out there, but we're on the cooler side. But it's been a beautiful day. The sun has snuck out a few times in between the clouds, and it has been really nice. Let's jump down to southern Utah where you can look at that time-lapse video coming out of Ivins. I love how excited. I hope you catch one. If you do, we're going to put that on TV. Get pumped. They've got their poles in. They're like ready to go.
All right, we're going to take it from Alana. She's got some audio issues going on right now. Yeah, Ensign Peak's looking pretty great. We do have some lingering moisture across much of northern Utah. Some showers even popping up, mainly over the higher terrain. We're getting a bit of a break. We've had some active weather leading up towards the end of the week, but get a bit of a break still on Friday. Maybe a high terrain shower, but then some big changes brewing. Alana kind of teased ahead to that towards the weekend. So, yeah, if you got outdoor plans, plan on more winds picking up primarily tomorrow into Saturday. We've got cooler air moving back in after a brief warm-up. We've warmed up today, a good 10 to 15 degrees from yesterday. We warm up even more so tomorrow, and then we'll see some changes. Let's kind of walk you through Futurecast to show you what's ahead. We have a little bit of moisture, as I mentioned, along northern Utah, lingering over the Wasatch Range into the Uintas, the Uinta Basin, seeing a spotty shower or two. That northwesterly flow is going to keep that small threat of showers even in the mix into Friday. We get another weak Clipper storm system tomorrow. Models hinting at maybe a few of those showers, as I mentioned, Friday across the higher terrain and mostly central Utah. Northern Utah should stay on the drier side of most moisture tomorrow, but we can't rule out a stray storm. And then as we get into Saturday, we'll see southwest flow really increase. The larger trough to the northwest of us starts to work its way in, and it's going to bring some of those bigger changes. It's a pretty wet storm system. Looked at some of the recent projections from models on how much moisture we could get. They're showing for the Wasatch Front maybe 3/4 of an inch to an inch of precipitation over the next 5 days with this storm system. Look how active it is. This is getting into Saturday evening. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a soaker storm system this weekend, even into Sunday, with potentially some lingering impacts even into Monday. So let's kind of walk you through some of the overall changes. So you kind of see that westerly. We call this a zonal flow, the cooler air, the colder shaded colors, of course, those blues. Here comes that trough of low pressure into the weekend. It has a reinforcing storm system as it continues to work its way in on Sunday with lingering impacts Monday. And then here's the warm-up that we want, right? The high pressure that builds back in as we get into the latter half of next week. So extended forecast, St. George, breezy winds, partly cloudy skies on Friday. Best chance of any moisture down in southern Utah as the front moves through Sunday morning. It's looking like Sunday morning at this point and have a chance of some scattered showers, maybe a few thunderstorms. We dropped to 73 for the high. Plan on stronger winds Saturday, Sunday. Slight chance on Monday, 84 on Tuesday. Sunshine returns, and boy, the temperatures really crank back up. Yeah, this time of year we've got a higher sun angle, and so when high pressure builds in, we start to crank up those temperatures, mid-90s over the weekend. For the Wasatch Front, 68 for your high on Friday. Slight chance of a shower, most of it to the south of us. Scattered storms on Saturday, showers and storms on Sunday. Breezy winds. Look at the temperature drop. Yeah, roller coaster ride as we get into the weekend. Just 57 for the high Sunday, 59 on Monday, and then we're in the 70s, even some low 80s by Wednesday, Thursday next week. Brian?